Be that 1% who never give up. Not because you're stronger than everyone else. Not because you're smarter. Not because you're special. But because you've learned something most people haven't. You've learned how to keep going, even when you don't feel like it. And in today's world, that might be the rarest skill of all. Because the truth is, most people don't quit when things become impossible. They quit when things become painful. And life has a strange way of becoming painful. Not all at once, but slowly, quietly, almost without you noticing. Let's talk about the numbness. There comes a point in life where you stop feeling excited. You wake up. You do what you have to do. You scroll. You eat. You sleep. And then you do it all again. Days become weeks. Weeks become months. And sometimes, you look back and realize another year has passed. Yet somehow nothing inside you feels different. You aren't necessarily sad. You aren't necessarily happy. You're just existing. And that's what makes it dangerous. Because numbness doesn't scream for attention. It whispers. It convinces you that this is normal. That this is all life will ever be. A cycle. A routine. A loop with no meaning. And eventually you begin to wonder. What's the point? Let's feel the pain nobody talks about. People often think the hardest part of life is failure. It's not. Failure at least gives you clarity. You know what happened. You know what went wrong. The hardest part is uncertainty. Working hard and seeing no results. Trying your best and still feeling behind. Watching others move forward while you feel stuck in the same place. The hardest part is carrying dreams that nobody else can see. Dreams that look ridiculous to everyone around you. Dreams that sometimes even feel ridiculous to yourself. And yet, you can't let them go. Because deep down, some small part of you still believes there's more to life than this. More than surviving. More than existing. More than repeating the same day forever. Most people don't give up because they're weak. They give up because they're exhausted. Exhausted from waiting. Exhausted from trying. Exhausted from believing. And eventually they make peace with a smaller life. They lower the dream. Lower the expectations. Lower the standards. Not because they want to, but because disappointment hurts. So they stop trying to become who they wanted to be. And little by little, the fire goes out. Not in one dramatic moment, but in thousands of tiny moments. Moments where they choose comfort over growth. Moments where they stop believing in themselves. Moments where they decide that average is good enough. But then there is the 1%. The people who keep moving. Not because they're always motivated. They're not. Not because they're fearless. They're not. Not because life is easier for them. It isn't. They keep going because they've accepted something. They've accepted that life is unfair. That progress is slow. That pain is part of the process. And they no longer expect the journey to feel good every day. They understand that some days will feel empty. Some days will feel meaningless. Some days will make them question everything. And yet, they continue. One more step. One more day. One more attempt. Again. And again. And again. So if you're watching this and life feels heavy, if you feel lost, if you feel numb, if you feel like you're walking through a fog and can't see where you're going, remember this. You do not need all the answers today. You do not need to feel motivated. You do not need to know exactly how everything will work out. You only need to do one thing. Don't stop. Because the difference between the people who make it And the people who don't is often much smaller than it looks. Sometimes it's just one decision. One more day. One more step. One more reason not to quit. Be that 1%. The one who never gives up.